Lasoda.
From Lasoda, that's the person representing the DG, Dr. Awalenje from Lasoda.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
My name is Oguntoya. Today, I'm representing the General Manager of Lasoda. I want to sincerely apologize on his behalf. He is unavoidably absent from this occasional event. He has also gone to attend another state pressing issues. Well, I want to appreciate the organizer of the World Disability Campaign Organization for having passion with people living with disability in Lagos State and Nigeria at large. Lagos State has taken the lead in disability awareness. You have the law, the office, the implementation. The governor of Lagos State, the amiable governor we have in Lagos State now, I'm talking the person of Mr. Akinwumi Ambode. He has so much passion for person living with disability. He has them at heart. That is why the program of Lagos State is an inclusive one. They run an inclusive government in Lagos State. Nobody is left out. We had the World IDD on Sunday, that is International Day for the Disabled on Sunday, of which the theme says transformation towards sustainability, resilient society for all, which is one of the key policy of Lagos State, that nobody should be left out. And that is what I've seen in the organizer of this program. They have the passion of person living with disability. That's why we continue to partner with the organization. We've started and will continue to partner with you. But I have a little observation. Most of our buildings are not compliant. One of my people fell down twice before he got here. The floor are sleeping. It's not fair for a person that is using crutches. She fell down twice before she could get here. It's not too good. That is exclusion.
Yeah.
The organizer of this program too, I want this program to be totally inclusive. I want a great version of this.
Great.
So that our brother with visually impairment will be carried along. Thank you very much.
Okay, before we now get to the level where we allow people to just like ask one or two questions, we would like our barrister here to actually say something.
Yes.
And come up with the hands together for the barrister.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Abatunde Safia. I work with Lagos State Government, Ministry of Justice, and I was deployed to Lasoda as their legal officer. And I'm also a consultant on disability use, as if it regards to law. I really appreciate the convenance of this program, because government alone cannot do it. At least when we talk of accessibility, majority of government parastatals are not complying with comply with the accessibility as what the law was in 2010 and signed in 2011. All public buildings were given 5 years moratorium to comply. And the 5 years has now passed and come, and the majority of public buildings, except government buildings and few public buildings, are not complying. So I would appreciate if all public buildings and World Disability Companion Organization can help us put pressure on all public organizations to comply, that will make their buildings accessible, and if they are doing any program, to make it accessible to all persons, whether visually impaired or visually impaired, or person with hearing impaired, person on crutches, when we say inclusive, we mean accessibility to the buildings. If the program should be broad and made accessible to the blind, not that the blind will come and be, what's happening? What's the next program? But if the program is in braille, at least he will know, he or she will know what is next. And also, I will employ the World Disability Companion Organization also to help us put pressure, because government alone cannot do it. We need the civil society to put pressure on the federal government to also pass the law. Though the Senate has passed, the House of Reps has passed, they are at the point of concurrence so that they can send it to the president for signing. But that has been done several times. It was done twice during the time of Obasanjo. It was done during the time of Goodluck. It wasn't signed. So once you want to help us put pressure on the government also, so that this time it should be signed. Because as it is today, the law being passed, though Plateau State was the very first state that passed the law, but it's only Lagos State that is really implementing the law and setting up office to see to the law. As it is today, the law is input. What do I mean by input? Section 16 of the Constitution that deals with disability matter is under directive objective of the state, which is not just justiciable. It can only be justiciable when the House of Assembly pass a law, removing it from that place and passing a law on it, and the federal government has not done it in regard of that. So as it is today, anybody, any organization, that's why we've not even tried to compel any organization to make their building accessible, because they can go to court and nullify it and nullify the laws. So we'll go back to the zeros, to those days of no law. That's why we've not. So we are urging the federal government, and we urge all meaningful people in the society to help us put pressure on the government to sign the law. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No, it's okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm so honored to be here in your midst, and when I got a call from Ambassador Uche to be here, he asked first of all, "Are you in town?" I said, "Yes, but I'm leaving town almost immediately." And he says, "Okay, you need to be here for something he believes I need to be a part of." And when he said what it was, I said, "Okay, fine. What time? What are the details?" Like everyone has said, we need to run a government that is inclusive of everyone. We don't want a government that would leave some people behind because they have some sort of disability or the other. A lot of us here have traveled far and wide, and we see how their own government include you. As a matter of fact, sometimes you don't even know who is disabled and who is not, because everybody is included in the plan of the government, and that is what we seek for, and that is what we pray that our government does. And I thank God that Lagos State government is part of this project, so we're headed somewhere. I believe that with the coming years that we'll make a huge step. We'll take a huge step in making sure that everyone is not left behind, and no one is left behind. You know, those that use their crutches would have a firm floor, like he said, a floor with grip so that you don't slip and fall. Then you have those with the wheelchair will have their own access to wherever they're going to and all of that. It's a project that I am glad to be a part of, and I know I won't stop. I'll continue to lend my voice, my help, whichever way I can. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we've spoken on a number of issues across the table, and the major topics we've talked about is sustainable societal integration. We're going to actually advocate for employment quotas. Let me give you a little hint on that particular topic. You see, employment quotas go round, right? But when it stops at a PWD, there's that considering. We want to stop that. We want that to stop passionately. We want that to stop. We want people living with disabilities to be taken serious. We want people living with disabilities to be able to work in banks, hospitals,
especially when they are qualified.
Especially when they're qualified.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is an advocacy medium. This is not just any.
You're talking about what? I mean, there's an English you spoke just now that I've not heard before. You spoke one English. I'm serious to understand the English. Yeah.
We actually went to the same school.
Oh, are you serious?
Yes.
Wow, interesting.
So we went to the same school, Johnny King.
Oh wow.
I recognize you. I'm very good faces. So the advocacy for PWD human rights is very, very important to us. Human rights, they need to be taken as every one of us, like I said in the beginning of this press conference. So we also, it's actually a two-way thing, We want to encourage the PWDs themselves, the people living in disabilities themselves, to see themselves as part of the society.
Yes.
It's a two-way thing.
Yeah.
We might end up seeing them as part of the society, but they might not see themselves as part of the society. So we want to encourage them to come out, to unleash themselves, unleash their own energies, and then we'll be there to help them. We want them to also come into society from a position of strength and not weakness, not looking for sympathy. Who sympathy is? We need you to understand that you need to be strong enough for us to empathize with you. So we're also calling on the PWDs to brace up and encourage themselves while we encourage them as well, so that it can be the integration can sink and it can be a symbiotic relationship. So with that, they can learn to fend for themselves. Most of them are already doing that. With that, they can learn to stop looking for sympathy where it's not necessary. And with that, as that happens, they will end up being encouraged by others as well as themselves. So that pity me attitude should stop.
There's something I want to add quickly before we now get into question and answer. Very important. The government of Lagos State, we really appeal to them for them to make available a land where a center will be built for these people. For people like us, for myself, I'm ready to clear up my program. I'm a life coach, I'm a trainer. And I mean, like we said, everybody here has successful people. I'm a trainer, I work with United Nations, I travel around the world, I'm a life coach. I'm ready to bring out my time to carry out trainings and the rest. And so, all of us that are here, let's build that center for them, where they can come in, acquire some skill. Those of them that want to be in the HR practice will learn. Those of them that want to be in advertising. Those of them that want to be presenters will learn the skill and the art. Those of them that want to be in the area of craft or craftsmanship or something will learn and stuff like that. And who told you that somebody that is disabled cannot be a driver? Outside the country, I've seen. I've seen. Exactly. And everything. I've even seen in America. I've seen somebody that is not talking. He doesn't talk and does not hear. But guess what? He's driving an Opaka. I just impute where I'm going to. That's all. Yeah. He looks at it and takes me to that place. So what are we talking about? So it's high time that we need to understand that we are losing a lot if this set of people are not contributing to the workforce of this country. So the Lagos State government, we are willing. this campaign and this organization that we have started, we are willing to assist in every way. Let them provide a center. We'll go out, look for the fund and the rest of it, build a center for them, and believe me, like I always say, posterity will not forget us. Richard? Yes.
I'm taking up a cue from what he said. There's a serious need for partnerships. We can't do it alone. The government also can't do it alone. We can also do it alone. You know, there's a serious need. So this is like a call, you know, to every body, every firm, individual, you know, see it as your own CSR, see it as your own contribution to society. You know, local, international companies, international NGOs, we need their support to make this happen. You know, the UN International Day for People Living with Disabilities was on the 3rd of December on Sunday, just the other day, and the theme was transformation towards a sustainable and resilient society for all, which means the UN understands societal integration. The UN knows that we need to integrate them to society. So with that need, we are calling on local and international bodies, organizations, individuals to help with this campaign. So, without any further, okay, yeah, and one more thing. Sorry, we have it's called the World Disability Campaign. Disability Campaign. It's not actually the Lagos State Disability Campaign. We are starting with Lagos because Lagos is a very, very crucial part of our plan. But we have a world expansion plan after Lagos. We're going to be doing Abuja, doing Accra, Johannesburg, London, and New York in the next 3 years. Between now and 3 years' time, we'll be doing these 5 or 6 locations. So without any further ado,
We can take quick questions.
We can take questions.
I want to find this campaign for disability, but my question is very simple. Because the last time we had a meeting with disability, our chairman said something that very striking, and I think that has been going on in the country. You know, whether government giving the disabled people an incentive and some top hierarchy, you know, trying to bring people that are not disabled, you know, to get, you know, part of what we should get. You know, because I begin to wonder, this is for disabled, it's not for people. So why is it like that? And for the life of me, what I expected to get from the government, because of this people, I haven't got it. So I begin to wonder, why is it happening? So I'm really happy for this country because I believe there is going to be a sense of protection for people like us, you know, to fight against what, you know, they are going to do. So I'm very happy because I didn't believe I'm going to be here, but God worked on that, you know, I'm here, and I'm very happy that this campaign is on and I'm part of it. So my question is very simple: how, you know, this campaign can stand for people like us, so that we will not be, you know, taking, they will not substitute us from what is supposed to be ours. Thank you so much.
Okay, let me answer that question. I love what he said right now. And what we are doing here is a cause. We are fighting for a cause. I said something when we started. I said everybody that is here, they are successful and accomplished. And as a matter of fact, anybody that is poor cannot even be a part of this organization. That's number one. Because you need help yourself. You're probably disabled with cash. So how will you come and whatever? Help yourself first before you come in to be a part of this organization. I say that categorically. Now, yesterday night, I was talking with Mr. Bob in the night. I think it was like 11 or thereabout, 11 to 12. I was on my way back. I'm a ninth person. I usually do meetings to a night. And I told him something on phone. I said categorically, anybody that is alive and touches the money that is meant for people that are disabled, that person is laying a generational curse on himself. So my brother, we are here to fight for you people. And for information, none of us here are hungry. We are here for you, and God is going to bless us. This campaign we are carrying out. In case you don't know, today we are giving out checks. The checks are coming from private bosses. The checks that we're going to give out to you people right now are going to be coming for whatever and stuff. So that's what I'm trying to make you understand. We are not here for anything, every single 10 kobo that is whatever, like I said, will be multiplied. It's not just that one that will come back. So in case people are crying for a voice on top, God has raised us to be a voice. And I know there's a blessing. When you sow in God's house, God's going to bless you. But in case you are involved in evil, stop today. Stop, according to Mr. President, stop that corruption. The real corruption is this one. Stop that corruption for good. Thank you very much. God bless you.
I think I'm not part of this project to give you fish, but to show you how to fish. That's why we're here. So brace up is a competition. Empower them. Thank you.
For me, basically, for those who are on social media, they need to be the voice. Go on the platform, keep talking, keep sensitizing the public, keep creating the awareness is very key. Because you can't sit down, nobody's going to do this for you, you have to do it for yourself. Things like this, you should get yourself involved in it and be the voice for other people. That's the answer to that.
So, we didn't get your name.
So I'm sure you're on Facebook, I'm sure you're on Twitter, so be the voice. Talk, say it, tell the world.
For first, I want you to clarify certain things on this booklet before I go into my question. You said I want to know if the program for a work for ThisAbility hold on December 1. Did you do it? Just for clarification. Okay, then I also saw that December 3rd you're supposed to have a program Unleash ThisAbility, a reality, like a talent hunt. I also want to know if that part of the program was also good. Then to my question, today you said you are giving out relief materials to our brothers here. I want to know in total how many beneficiaries. Then what are the criteria in selecting those that are benefiting today? Knowing that in Lagos, since Lagos is your first case study, in Lagos we have several homes that also cater for these special people. At least in Oshodi, we have the Society for Blind. Yes, in Oshodi. Is the campaign also in any way going to touch lives in these several homes? The blind school in Oshodi, Modupeko in Yaba, and Pasili School for Blind, and the likes. So those are the questions I have.
Okay, let me take that one. Very, very, very intelligent observation. Those timelines and dates didn't quite happen because of the delay we had in our sponsorship and partnerships. You plan and plan and plan, and then your partners come in when they want to come in, not when you want them to come in. But come in they did, so we decided to shift to 2018. Yeah, so this press conference is to sensitize the public and then to enlighten them on what we are trying to do and when we will be doing it. So it's 2018. It's 2018. These things will be rescheduled and then
The real event.
Yeah. Then as regards the criteria for selection, we have a structure in place to reach out to every single what do you call it, PWD facility or agency. There is structure in place. So when that happens, when we're ready, we will call up the list from our list. We'll start attending to them one by one. Call up the list, go to them, visit them, then sometimes even invite them to our office, talk to them, sensitize them, and then even share out sensitization leaflets. Please, we need some. We even send out, give out sensitization leaflets for them to share at different offices.
Okay, very well.
Answer the question.
Okay, very well. Let me add to what he said and everything. For the checks we are giving now, which they're actually ready and everything, is coming from a private company. The reason why, how we did the selection is very simple. We contacted Lasoda, and Lasoda gave us the names of people that have chronic cases, empowerment need. Yeah, so that's what we're. But like we said, it's ongoing. So in case some of you that are here don't get today, don't worry, it's ongoing. We'll keep on or whatever. But we have a lot of relief materials and the rest of it. I'm sure that can go around to everybody. But for the checks for empowerment, it's just for some people. But the criteria was Lasoda. So in case you don't be angry because your own will come, but in case you're angry, go and hold that symbol. That's exactly what it is. All right, good.
I said, are you partnering other homes?
No, you see, on that issue, the program will commence fully in 2018.
Yeah.
Where every home will be incorporated. We are talking about vocational training center for the blind, West School for the deaf, talking about the Pashali, talking about Dupe, Anolua, and so many others. We have vocational training center for the person with disability at Ikorodu. We have Madido for mental disability. We have intellectual disability. We have FFF, hydrocephalus and spinal bifida at Abuleba. We have a lot of them. We have to know that this organization will carry along when it's time.
So that's why we have to actually get a list from them. That's taking back to what I told you about in the list and our structure.
Plus, we only just started. So
Just started
one
the
step
campaign.
at a time.
Yeah, the campaign.
We can't do everything.
Yes,
It will overwhelm us. So it's just one step at a time. We'll get there.
Next question. Okay, you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is ThisAbility. I work for Nigeria TV.
Sorry?
I work for Nigeria TV. ThisAbility. Now, great initiative. I can see many people are passionate about it very much. Now, we have talked about homes, Lasuda, and so many more. We have these people who are not even in these homes, who are just on the streets. We don't know why they're there, if they've been rejected, or they just don't want to be a part of it. What plans does the campaign have to reach these people? To make sure that, okay, they know that we're not just coming to use them. This is Nigeria. Many people are scared. Okay, they won't use us the money, they won't do that. What plans do we have in place to see that we can accommodate these ones on the street?
Can I answer to that?
Yes.
Yeah.